Thanks for staying with us, and that was Just Business talking on what would happen if eventually the world bans the use of petrol and diesel and other petrochemical products, and well, maybe Nigeria should be really warming up for that at every point in time. And so you're welcome to Talk Time. It is still Morning Delight on Lagos Television, and this morning we're talking about an issue that has to do with the family. The family, this one is narrowed down to the mother and child, and of course by extension the father at the end of the day. This week, 1st of August every year, is being set aside by World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action, WABA, as World Breastfeeding Day. It's always a week-long celebration from August the 1st to 7th every year, which started in the year 1992. So today we want to take a look at the exclusive breastfeeding and nutritional benefits for the child, and the things that it will also do to the mother, and the role that men need to play when the women, the wives, are breastfeeding their children. These and other questions we do hope to ask our doctor in the house. She's none other than a medical practitioner. Of course, I say she's a doctor, so a medical practitioner. You know, she's the Dr. Mrs. Imamah Adelase. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you too.
All right, let's start by asking, how important is it for a nursing?
Okay, breastfeeding, it's a very essential, forms a very, very vital part of a baby and the mother, even to the family, the home at large. From delivery, the breast milk normally starts flowing. For some people it takes 2 hours, some could. What matters is for the woman to keep putting the baby to breast. And then the first breast milk that comes out is called colostrum. Colostrum is so rich. Let me put it that way, because it has some hormones that kills bacteria. It has some other component also that helps in maturation of the baby's guts, the respiratory tract, and every other parts like that. The mother has to put the baby to breast as soon as delivery is over, and then the following breast milk that comes out is transitional milk, and then the mature milk. Okay. That takes about 2 weeks. But however, mothers should continue to put baby to breast, and there is something called milk let-down effect. Even when breast milk hasn't started flowing, once baby is put to breast, there is something called milk let-down reflex. Once the baby keeps the brain, milk starts flowing in most cases. Okay. That's a natural way.
Let's talk on mother. An expecting mother, need to do before she puts to bed to prepare her breast for the baby.
During pregnancy, the structure and the physical appearance of the breast also changes, because it's preparing readiness for breast milk production and for suckling also. Mother needs to clean the breast, the nipple. You don't need to use any ash liquid such as spirits or anything like that. You just need cotton wool and water. This is because from the nipple to the epithelial lining of the breast, the lobule in the breast keeps growing. More fat is being deposited in the breast, and then increases, expand, let me put it that way. Yes, so because of all of this, there is wear and tear around the nipple, so the nipple regularly. Even when she's cleaning, she will see some dirt, like some black particles to breast, so that so much debris, the skin debris, would not cover part of where the milk is meant to come out. Yes, that should be done. Then for also women that are kind of busty, they need to pull, because some more extraction. The nipple goes in, and then it becomes flattened with the remaining part of the breast. Yeah. So we encourage mothers to keep pulling the nipple out, so that even if it's going to go in People, they are lactating, but when there is nothing for the baby to hold on, of course, baby cannot suck, and then breast milk would not flow, and there are so many complications to that on the part of the mother, on the part of the
we'll come to that. But before I leave that, I remember that I've heard instances where they'll say that not just water. You said that it's only water, cotton wool dipped into water that should be used. But I've heard in the past that a particular thing should be used, like a solution should be used. I've heard even our mothers saying that that the nature would, and everything. What's your take on that?
I've gone through that process, and I believe medically is also advisable for mothers to clean with only water, not spirit, not glass. Because we've seen a lot in the clinic, and then they come in with funny sore on the nipple, and of course when the nipple is sore, mother cannot put such baby to breast because of so much pain, and there are so many aftermaths and consequences to the baby and to the mother as well. So preferably just cotton wool and water would do.
Okay, let's talk about the benefits of breastfeeding to a child. What are those things that the child benefits when he's
breast milk? Breastfeeding, mother benefits from breastfeeding.
Let's start with children also. First.
Okay.
The child.
For the child, yes. Once this baby starts breastfeeding, because their immune system is not so strong, of course, it's just still growing, and also they are at a greater risk and chance of coming down with all sorts of infection. So breast milk contains hemoglobin M, hemoglobin G. This simply means antibiotics that helps fight bacteria. Part of component of the breast milk is lactoferrin. Lactoferrin is like an antibacterial that helps destroy some of these bacteria, lactoperoxidase and all of that, which is also part of it. So it benefits by fighting microorganisms, fighting bacteria, and keeping the baby healthy and for a very good development as babies to exercise the facial muscle. Okay. And then the end result comes out so very good. It's so very good. Then also it reduces diabetes. There's infant diabetes. There's diabetes in young children age. Yes, so it reduces the incidence of diabetes mellitus in children. Also, it reduces the incidence of autoimmune diseases in children, such as asthma.
Okay.
Yes. Also, another benefit of breastfeeding, breast milk to babies is their guts. They are very, very predisposed to coming out with rotavirus. Rotavirus causes diarrhea, especially when it affects the GIT, the gastrointestinal system. This is when baby come, when they say baby is vomiting, baby has been stooling, passing of watery stool and all of that. Of course, because this breast milk is sterilized, is natural, straight from the breast to the baby's mouth. So, of course, the rule of contamination is out of it.
We're still coming there. You know that there are some practices now that don't really support that. Before we get there, let's talk about the benefits of breastfeeding to the mother.
Yes, so that's part of it also. It prevents the infection of rotavirus, and then even, there are some babies that still are being only breastfed exclusively. But when they do that, of course, we encourage, this breast milk contains a lot antibacterial, let me put it that way. So they keep feeding. We are not antibiotics. Also, in vitamin, it is rich in carbohydrates. It is because so many mothers, they feel breast milk has no water. Is water to drink.
That's one of the most commonly asked questions, that should you support breastfeeding with water? No. For less than 6-month-old baby, it should be only breast milk, because even God has really designed in such a way that contains all of the essential things that baby needs to grow so very well, including water. You don't need to give babies water. Sometimes you just feel like, it's not good to just be eating and you don't drink water, so you just
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that breast milk contains everything, including water. So you don't need to give babies water. it's all in the breast milk. You don't have to give.
Okay, we're going to the exclusive part, but before then, I want to clear for some mothers, because some women don't just want to breastfeed. You know, you had to beg some of us to be like, you have to do it and everything. You mentioned the fact that it helps prevent, you know, infection for the child,
yes,
and even the mother as well. What other benefits? I've heard instances that it does help in getting the uterus back and all. What are others that people need to know?
Yes, because the benefit of breastfeeding is to the mother benefits from it, the baby benefits from it, even the family also benefits from it. Of course, baby to breast. There is an hormone that is being secreted in the brain. It's called oxytocin of the uterus.
Okay.
Of their tummy, they don't want their tummy to be all big and all of that. News for them, really, because when oxytocin is being released, acts on the uterus, helps it to contract. Continuous contraction, almost the formal size before pregnancy.
Almost, doctor.
Almost, you know, yes, almost, because of course nature, you know now.
Yeah.
Yes, so it can't be 100% back to the way it was before pregnancy. No, usually it's not like that. Usually, not 100%. Close to, helps to contract the uterus. Another benefit is one of the complications of post-delivery in a woman is postpartum. There is secondary. The commonest cause of postpartum, secondary postpartum memory. This mother is not putting baby to breast at all, or not putting baby to breast. The uterus becomes lax. Once the uterus is lax, it's not contracting. The blood supply to the uterus, of course, most of the vessels are not closed yet. Yes, so some of them, they start bleeding, they don't really take cognizance of it. They'll be like, well, it's one of these lochia, that's the blood that comes out from the woman's part after delivery. They believe, oh, that's it, but it's not. When blood clot starts coming out, it's quite significant. Of course, when the number of pads you use daily increased is significant, it shouldn't be overlooked. You go to the hospital. Yes, so they start bleeding. Most of women, so many women have lost their uterus to that. Of course, when the bleeding cannot be controlled, when they get to the hospital, bleeding cannot be controlled. So the last resort is hysterectomy. That's so another benefit is amenorrhea, because before their ovulation, menstruation, contraceptives in some women. Yes, for some amenorrhea, during that period, they don't menstruate, they don't ovulate. Although we encourage them. One they can use, and encourage them to opt for any one of them as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Television is World's Breastfeeding. Trying to take a look at issues that surround that. More importantly, to push 6 months. Highlight the nutrition parent when you practice, as always advised by doctors. Let's go to this particular question that's very close to my heart. What are those things that are expected to be mother, the breastfeeding from take and others alike, that will make the milk to be as much as the child healthy?
Mothers, number one is that they need to eat so much. Many of our women don't want to get fat and all of that, so they'll be like, I'm hungry but I don't want to eat, because production of breast milk consumes a lot of calorie. There's this popular saying that is quite correct, because when you eat good food, mother, okay, fruits and vegetables,
okay,
very, very I'm not talking about rice. I'm not talking about even if it has to be Indomie, well,
no brands, but you can go on.
Yes,
noodles.
Yes, noodles.
Okay,
noodles.
Yes.
Let it be rich. Add crayfish. Put oily fish like Titus, like scaly fish, and all of that. It's egg daily. Yes, it's very good. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetable. I'm not talking.
Die.
Yes. Of course, balance that.
I remember. Don't take fizzy drinks. Some women and nursing mothers do say that the mothers-in-law drink something very sweet, it affects your children. Isn't it supposed to have digested before going to the children?
Yes, you're correct. Because wherever it is we eat, goes straight into our GIT. Gastrointestinal system.
Thank you.
I mean,
All
go
right.
straight to the stomach, to the intestine, where it's been. And so, to the breast. Yes. So these nutrients go. Of course, the kidney will take its own, and then part of it will be secreted in the breast. I'm eating constipation. That's not true.
Often should a nursing mother put her child to breast in a day?
That's a very good question. Babies should be fed on demand. You shouldn't time it.
Even those that want to go at 1 hour at a...
Let them do that.
Okay.
Once they are full, once their tummy is full, of course they cannot take anymore.
Okay.
Yes, there is an amount of breast milk. The volume of breast can once it's full, they can't take it anymore. They bring it out back. Although some of them want to sleep and suck and sleep and suck. Of course, when you see that they are full, just walk them to bread. Fed on demand.
The proper way to breastfeed a child. Some challenge, but they still have the challenge to breastfeed a child. The best way to breastfeed a child when you are, they have different kinds. What would you advise?
The best way, I'll start from the best way to breastfeed a child.
Okay.
Of course, whichever of the breast you are giving to the baby, whether right or left, should be on this joint or a bit above this joint.
Okay.
The hand we are using to carry the baby, of course, your palm should be on the baby's bum.
Okay.
Do you understand? Baby's tummy should touch your tummy as well. And then the mouth of the baby, the whole nipple should be in the mouth of the baby. Of course, you know, the breast, we have the nipple, that's the pointed part. We have the dark part surrounding it, which is the areola. Yeah. The whole of the nipple should be in the mouth of the baby. 3/3 of the areola should be in the mouth of the baby. That's the dark part of the nipple. You understand what I'm saying? For some people, it depends on how busty the woman is. Hardly would you even see the areola when the baby
at all.
Yes.
Okay.
So big, but of course, areola should be within the baby's mouth. This is to prevent baby sucking, gulping air. Yes, because in babies, there discomfort they usually have. That's colics. Colics means when they've swallowed a lot of air, stretching. We do that. Make sure the whole areola is on the baby's. Is that the baby's second hand should be on my armpits. It shouldn't be that way. Of course, you should hold it with the other hand.
The child is restless. You know, some children are just acting. They're just like, Lord, leave me alone.
No.
I want you to free me.
No. So we are talking about babies older than 6 months.
Yes.
Yes. Well, for those ones, be able to sit.
Okay.
Back.
Right.
So that's not a problem when it comes to such babies.
Okay. I've seen women who would breastfeed their children in the open, regardless. How does a woman handle breastfeeding outside the home?
Okay, well, for breastfeeding mothers, it's advised for them to get maternity bra.
Okay.
It makes breastfeeding very, very easy.
But they used to make them bring out their breast in the public. Is there any other thing? Okay.
No. There are different types, really. There are some that they are not that revealing. There is a button, and then just part of the areola and the nipple. The other thing is that there is breastfeeding cover. A jacket that you just wear around your neck. Of course, there is a space at both sides where air is well aerated that way. Not that you're trying to suffocate the baby, because of course when they see women using breastfeeding, where is the air now? How will this baby breathe? No. Of course, baby will be, because both sides are open.
Okay.
And then you're covering. Yes. Another thing is that, of course, if you know you're that you cannot easily bring out your breast. I mean, like something that has a zip in the front, button in the front, and all of that. Not the one that you have to raise the whole of the top. Of course, you know, you are exposing the whole of the.
Many people have difficulty in exclusively breastfeeding for 6 months. I don't know, how do they cope? If you can do that within 30 seconds, because I got 2 other questions for you before we go.
Okay, yes. Well, for women that want to do exclusive breastfeeding means giving baby only breast milk till their age of 6 months. You can also give medicine, multivitamin. It's also part of exclusive breastfeeding. Okay. But you don't give water or any water-based food to them. Just breast milk and probably medications. That's all. Okay, so for mothers that would want to breastfeed, that would want to practice exclusive breastfeeding, if they want to go out, of course they can express. They express in the bottles, sterilized bottles. Express and sterilized bottles and keep in the fridge. Once you keep in the fridge, you can warm when the baby wants to feed and give the baby to suck.
You're sure it's very safe? Because some people have...
It's very safe. It can be kept in the fridge for to last 48 hours. After 48 hours, you have to discard it. Of course, sterilized bottle, straight from the breast to the bottle, keep back in the refrigerator. When baby wants to suck, bring it out back and warm. You don't warm in microwave, don't warm on the fire. Just put the bottle in it and make it warm.
That's the way it's done.
Yes, that's the way. We have to,
because many a times when the wife is breastfeeding, there's problem at home. What should the men be doing?
They should be supportive and understanding. Otherwise, yes, they should be understanding, because of course I don't know how they can do it. There's no way they would enjoy it that way. You know what I mean?
I do.
So.
They have to be supportive.
They have to be supportive.
For 6 months and beyond.
Yes, for as long as...
For how long should, even for how long is it advisable for a woman to breastfeed a child? I mean, in a lifetime, in childhood, so to speak.
It depends on the mother and the baby. But WHO, optimal breastfeeding is 2 years.
What?
Yes, optimal breastfeeding.
Thank you so much, Dr. Imamah Adelase, on the breastfeeding, in fact, exclusive breastfeeding and nutritional benefits of breastfeeding. It's the World's Breastfeeding Week. It runs August the 1st to 7th every year, and it's indeed our pleasure to have had you in the house. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Too.
Hope you've learned something. Men, be supportive about the breastfeeding mother. I know it can be. We've heard all the benefits inherent in breastfeeding. Coughing, no problem. Just ensure that madam gives the children appropriate time. Madam, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.